The Rocky Mountains provide the backdrop in Boulder, Colorado, and if you're looking for the Buffaloes, they ain't hard to find. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Buffaloes will boot it away to start the game. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The fans are ready for this one. The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game one, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
Crosses to 30. He's off to the races. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
Feeling some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense. Beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
He's brought down solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They're going to throw it again. Got the quick pass. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. They emptied the roster, put every receiver they had out there, it seemed, and they were able to pick up enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you do that with all that speed on the field, you spread it out. What do you got to do? Find the matchup. Find the speed advantage with one of my wide receivers. Get that good matchup. Get the easy first down.
Gets it out quickly. Strikes the blow. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Wants to go up top. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Finds a crease at the 20. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
He'll take it himself. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Pushes toward the goal line. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this is the third to mid-range. You got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going for it all. Makes the catch down the right side. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Pocket starts to collapse. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
And if you turned on the tape last week, you're getting more of the same in the first quarter. This defense last week harassing the QB with 6 sacks, now getting out the gates in the first quarter and getting their first one.
Lost one deep down the right side. Fires and picked off. Bringing it back. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. That's caught. It's Lang. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Catch in the middle. It's Barry Johnson. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. We always talk about the Wisconsin ground game, but the Badgers have had some efficient quarterbacks in recent years, too.
And just finding the guy that fits, right? They're a scheme fit, a system fit. Finding that guy that can be a complement to the run game, that's what you want with a great Wisconsin offense.
That's a good-looking run there. And if you're going to be RB1 for Wisconsin, you're going to be pretty talented. Because you think of the guys they've had in this backfield in recent years, the Heisman Trophy winner Ron Dane, Monty Ball. How about Jonathan Taylor that's getting it done now on Sundays? This guy's got power, he's got speed, he's got shiftiness. He's got all the tools you need to be successful and play on Sunday.
And the Badgers will hustle to the line. They move the tight end all over. The snap sets up the throw. Trying to get to him. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground as a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. It is third and long. Let's see what kind of arm he's got. And that one is incomplete. It's the end of the first quarter. They'll line up for the field goal try as we start the second quarter. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Oh, the attempt is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. He's got him wide open. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's looking to throw it. Fires into traffic, picked off. He'll try to take it back. Smashes through. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Badgers racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on 3rd down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. Tackled after picking up the 1st down. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Bucks! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers, go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Callow. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to it. The Badgers will have a first down.
And a lot of coaches put a lot of emphasis on situational type running, right? When it's a goal-to-go situation, short yardage situation, like when I need to run the football and they know I'm running the football. Right there, haven't had a lot of success, but I needed a few yards to get the first down. Great job by the offensive line creating some space and getting the first down.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Coming after it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Barry Johnson. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They're going back to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Give to the running back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Working the middle, it's complete.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Oh, it goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're trying to hit the out route to the perimeter of the field. It's a good route by the wide receiver. He just drops the ball.
3rd down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. They want to run this quarterback. And he's breaks loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Badgers!
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Off the play fake on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Badgers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seat. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step 1, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Steps away to find some room. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. Fair catch called for and made. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
That's a good-looking throw, and I know when we talk Wisconsin offense, we're always talking about running backs, but they've seen their fair share of QBs too. Darren Bevel back in my day, Scott Tolzien had some success, and then, of course, Russell Wilson also. This guy right now in this game, he needs to get himself into a rhythm, and if he gets there, he's dangerous.
Leaves it with the running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the move, it's Cobb. They get him down, but not before he picks up 5 down to the 17-yard line.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
They'll try to run for it. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point extends the lead to 16. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Georgia was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Dogs team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Sure happened today. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time, you get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
When we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, he just decided to take off.
The Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires one high and deep. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him and get the first down.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Let's go. Snap it to the back. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down. And the Buffaloes want to move quickly. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Fighting off the defender. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you break out the hit stick. When you come and that guy gets struck and he goes backwards, that's how you bring it.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Now they're going to throw it. using the quick game. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. He's in for the two, and that is big because now it's a one-possession game. They trail by 8. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Callow. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. First down here for the offense.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Wisconsin 23, Colorado 15.
Looking for room. It's Cobb. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Looking to throw on 2nd down. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
The Badgers will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. Dances away from the heat. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get there. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Badgers send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
On second down, looking again to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Complete to the right. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quickly complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Buffaloes will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Man, as a defense, your eyeballs get so big when that QB takes off and runs. And what great effort by the quarterback to lay out, and the defense does a great job getting to him, getting him on the ground, stopping him short.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Time to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll go with a direct snap. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. He's looking to throw. The short hands, it's good.
What a great job by the quarterback working through his progressions here. In a 2-minute situation, he doesn't force it down the field if it's not open. Check it down to your back, let him go to work, and he comes up with a huge play.
He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with and try to get his offense some positive yards.
The Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. The freshman quarterback very fortunate for that one to fall incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his hand down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. The give from the gun. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, this defense knew that they were going to be seeing some option in this game, and right now everybody's doing a nice job playing their assignments. On the 3rd play of that drive, they were expecting it, and everyone communicating and all rallying to the football. That was nice to see if you're the coaching staff.
The Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Looking for a block, it's Miller. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. and set, first down. He's looking to throw it. He lobs one high down the left side. He caught it. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. The big, explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Wisconsin.
And guys, this offense has a couple of jobs. The first one, get the touchdown. Then they'll need the 2 to tie here in the fourth. Snaps it in the shotgun. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. And the Buffaloes want to crank the tempo. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's going to pass on second down. Looking to buy time. He gets it in! He gets it in! No time on the clock, and they're down by 2, and they still got a chance.
Great execution, great play calling. Now it comes down with very little time on the clock to your 2-point conversion. The thing you practiced throughout the week, the things your coaches told you was going to decide this game, was going to come up big. It's go time.
No time on the clock. Are we going to overtime, or is it over right here? He'll set up to throw. Dances away. Pass is incomplete. The 2-pointer is no good, and this game is over. They tried to force overtime, and the defense denied it. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically.